Murder in the first degree, premeditated homicide, is the most serious charge tried in our criminal courts. You've heard a long and complex case, ladies and gentlemen, and it is now your duty to sit down to try and separate facts from fiction. One man is dead, the life of another is at stake. If there is a reasonable doubt in your minds as to the guilt of the accused, then you must declare him not guilty. If, however, there is no reasonable doubt, then he must be found guilty. Whichever way you decide, the verdict must be unanimous. I urge you to deliberate honestly and thoughtfully. You are faced with a grave responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and good luck.
The jury will retire.
He doesn't stand a chance.
In 6 days, my job could be gone and the whole company with it. You're not going to like this.
Well, figure it is our duty.
I didn't object to doing my duty. I just said I might not have a job by the time I get back.
Hey, ask her to hire you. She's rich. Look at the suit. Is it custom tailored? Yes, it is. I have an uncle who's a tailor. How does he do? Oh, not too well, unfortunately. But a friend of his, that's a friend of my uncle, the tailor. Well, anyways, this friend of his wanted to be on this jury in my place.
Why didn't you let him? I'd have done anything to get out of this.
And get caught or something? Do you know what kind of fine you have to pay for something like that? Well, anyway, this friend of his was on a jury once, about 10 years ago. Case just like this one.
So what happened?
They let him off. Reasonable doubt. And you know, about 8 years later, they find out he'd actually done it anyway. A guilty man, a murderer, just turned loose on the streets. Did they get him? They couldn't. Why not? Man can't be held in double jeopardy. Unless it's a hung jury, can't be tried twice for the same crime.
Yeah. Well, that ain't gonna happen here.
6 days. I should have finished it too.
Talk. Did you ever hear so much talk about nothing?
Well, I guess
everyone gets a fair trial. That's the system. Well, suppose you can't say anything against it.
How about that business with the knife, huh? You ever hear a more cockamamie story?
Well, look, you gotta expect that. You know what you're dealing with.
You bought a switchblade that night.
Yeah, then he lost it.
Yeah, a hole in his pocket.
Told his father.
An awful way to kill your father. A knife in his chest? Oh.
Well, look at the kind of people they are. You know them.
Well, you got a cold or something?
Lulu. It's hot weather. Cold can kill you.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those last summer when I was on vacation, no less.
All right, everyone, let's take seats.
Yeah, let's get this done fast, huh? I got tickets to see Chicago. In Chicago, at the Chicago Theater, no less, and I don't want to miss it. So, Your Honor, let's get the show started.
Okay. How about sitting down? The gentleman at the window? How about sitting down?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's tough to figure, isn't it? A kid kills his father, bing, just like that. Well, it's the element. You know, they let the kids run wild. Maybe it serves them right.
There's no need to get emotional about it. It's a question of evidence, not how we feel.
Yeah, well, we can all agree that we felt it was hot.
And that our tempers will get short. Now, that's if we disagree. This is open and shut. Let's get it done.
All right, well, you all can handle this however you want to. I'm not gonna make any rules or anything, but we can discuss it first and then vote. That's one way. Or we can vote now and see how we stand.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's vote. Who knows? Maybe we can all go home.
Yeah, let's see who's where.
Let's vote now.
Yes, let's vote.
All right, anybody who doesn't want to vote?
All right, let's do it.
All right, well, all those voting guilty, raise your hand. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's 11 for guilty. Not guilty?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
All right, it's 11 to 1. 11 guilty, 1 not guilty. Now we know where we stand.
Do you really believe he's not guilty?
I don't know.
6 days in, he still doesn't know.
In 6 days, I could learn calculus. This is the ABCs.
I don't think this is as simple as ABC.
I never saw a guiltier man in my life.
Well, what does a guilty man look like? He's not guilty until we say he's guilty. Are we to vote on his face?
You sat right in court and heard the same things I did. The man's a dangerous killer. You could see it.
Well, where do you look to see if a man is a killer?
Well,
Oh, please tell me. I would like to know what the facial characteristics of a killer are. Maybe you know something I don't know.
Look, what is it about the case that makes you think the boy is innocent?
He's 19 years old.
that's old enough. He knifed his own father 4 inches into the chest. An innocent little 19-year-old kid.
While I agree with you that the boy is guilty, let's try to avoid emotionally colored arguments.
They proved it a dozen different ways. Do you want me to list them?
No. Well, do you believe that stupid story he told?
Now.
Do you believe the kid's story?
I don't know if I believe it or not. Maybe I don't.
What would you vote not guilty for?
Well, there was 11 votes for guilty, and it isn't so easy for me to send a boy off to die without talking about it first.
What makes you think it was easy for me?
Or me.
No reason.
He's still just as guilty, whether it was an easy vote or a hard vote.
Is something wrong because I voted fast?
Not necessary.
Look, I think the kid's guilty. I'm not going to change my mind if we talk about it for 100 years.
I don't want to change your mind.
Just what are you thinking of?
I just want to talk for a while, that's all. Look, this kid's been kicked around his whole life, you know? He's raised in the slums, he was dead since he was 9. It's not a very good head start. You know how slum kids get that way? Because we knock them over the head once a day, every day. I think maybe we owe him a few words, that's all.
It's hard, sure. It was hard for me too. Everything I have, I fought for. I worked my way through college. It's been a long time and you forget, but I fought, yes, but I never killed.
I know what it's like. I never killed nobody.
I mean, how to be kicked around too? Wait till you worked in an ad agency and the head of Apple marketing walks in. We all know.
In my country in Europe, kicking was a science. Let's try to find something better than that.
I don't mind telling you this, mister. We don't owe the kid a thing. He got a fair trial, didn't he? You know what that trial cost? He's lucky he got it. Look, we're all adults here. You're not going to tell us that we're supposed to believe him knowing what he is. Lived among them all my life. Can't believe a word they say. You know that.
I don't know that. What a terrible thing for a man to believe. Since when is dishonesty a group characteristic? You have no monopoly on the truth.
All right, it's not Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
What this man says is very dangerous.
All right, look.
I don't see the need for arguing like this. We should be able to discuss this like adults.
Oh, all right. If you insist. I'm sure.
If we're going to discuss this case, let's discuss the facts.
I think that's a good point. We have a job to do. Let's do it. If you all don't mind, I'm going to close the window.
Hey, hold on a minute. I'd like to have the window open, so am I.
It's blowing on me.
Don't you want some air? It's summer, it's hot.
I was very uncomfortable.
Look, there's 12 of us in this little room. It's the only window. Do you mind?
I have some rights too.
Yeah, well, so do the rest of us.
Couldn't you trade seats with someone on the other side of the table?
All right, I will leave the window open if someone would trade. Here, take my chair.
What?
Thank you. Shall we get back to the case?
Yes, let's.
Yeah, we're wasting time. Well, I think I have an idea here. I'm just thinking out loud now, but it seems to me that it's up to us to convince this gentleman that we're right and he's wrong. Maybe if we each talk for a minute or two, try that on for size.
That sounds fair enough. Very fair. Supposing we go once around the table.
Yeah, start it off.
Right. We'll start with you.
Oh, well, I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious.
Well, in what way was it obvious?
I mean that nobody proved otherwise.
Well, nobody has to prove otherwise. He's innocent until proven guilty. And the burden of proof is on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't even have to open their mouth. Well, that's in the Constitution. It's the Fifth Amendment. You've heard of it.
Everyone has.
Well, sure, I've heard of it. I mean, I know what it is. Well, what I meant is, anyway, I think he's guilty.
No reason. Just guilty. There's a life at stake here.
Okay, let's get to the facts, shall we? Number one, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor, right underneath the room where the murder took place. At 10 minutes after 12 on the night of the killing, he heard loud noises in the upstairs apartment. He said it sounded like a fight. Then he heard the kid say to his father, "I'm gonna kill you." A second later, he heard the body falling. Then he ran to the door of his apartment, looked out, and saw the kid running down the stairs and out of the house. Then he called the police. They found the father with a knife in his chest.
And the coroner fixed the time of death at around midnight.
Right. Now what else do you want?
It doesn't seem to fit.
Well, the boy's entire story was flimsy. He said he was at the movies. That's a little ridiculous, don't you think? He couldn't even remember the name of the movie he saw.
Right. Did you hear that? You're absolutely right.
And he didn't have any ticket stubs.
Well, who keeps a ticket stub at the movies?
That's true.
I suppose, but the cashier didn't remember him.
And the ticket taker didn't either.
Look, what about the woman across the street? If her testimony
That's
don't
right,
prove
she
it, then
saw the
Let's
killing.
go to order, please.
just a minute. Here's a woman who's lying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot, Anyway, she wakes up and she looks out the window, and right across the street, she sees the kid stick the knife into his father.
how can she be sure that it was the kid she saw when she viewed it through the windows of a passing elevated train?
She's known the kid all his life. His window was right opposite hers, across the L train. And she swore she saw him do it.
I heard her swear to it.
Okay. And they proved in court that you can look through the windows of a passing L train at night and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it. Right?
Weren't you just telling us a minute or two ago that you can't trust them? That you can't believe them?
So?
Well, I'd like to ask you something. How come you believe her? She's one of them, too, isn't she?
Yeah, you're a pretty smart fella, ain't you?
Just take it easy.
Come on now, what are you letting him get him all upset for?
Gentlemen, they did take us out to the women's room and we looked through the windows of a passing L train, didn't we?
We did.
And couldn't you see what was happening on the other side?
I didn't see as well as I was told I would see, but I did see what happened on the other
Oh,
side.
you see? You see?
All right, just calm down now.
What?
It's your turn.
I'll pass it.
That's your privilege. How about you?
I don't know. I started to be convinced, testimony from those people across the hall. Didn't they say something about an argument between the father and the boy around 7 o'clock that night? And they could be wrong.
I think it was 8 o'clock, not 7.
That's right. It was 8 o'clock.
They heard the father hit the boy twice and saw the boy walk angrily out of the house.
Right.
So what does that prove?
I don't think it proves anything. It's just part of the picture. I didn't say it proved anything.
Anything else?
No.
Look, I think it's pretty much all been said already. You all can sit here and talk about it all day if you want, but frankly, I think you're wasting your time.
I don't.
Neither do I. Go on.
Look at the kid's record. He stole a car. He got arrested for mugging. I think they said he, stabbed somebody in the arm?
They did.
Yeah. He was picked up for knife fighting. By 15, he was in reform school.
And they sent him to reform school for stabbing someone.
Yeah. I mean, come on. This is a really fine boy.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him regularly. He used his fists.
I would too, a kid like that.
You're right. It's the kids nowadays. The way they are, They don't listen. I've got a boy. He was 8 years old. I caught him with some neighborhood gang fighting and out in the streets. After all I said about staying away from those toughs, he goes and joins them. Give him a whipping he wouldn't forget. You know what? When he was 15, he hit me, his own mother, in the face. Speak, I haven't seen him in 3 years. Maybe I'm better off. Rotten kid. You tough kids, you work your heart out. All right, let's get on with it.
I think we're missing the point here. This boy, let's say he is a product of a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. We can't help that. We're not here to go into the reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. Studies have shown they are. I know it and you know it. Children who come out of slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
Oh, you said it there. I don't want any part of them, believe me.
I've lived in a slum all my life.
Now, wait a second.
I used to play in a backyard that was filled with garbage. Maybe it still smells on me.
All right, now let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
Come on.
Who did he mean?
I cannot understand this sensitivity.
Okay, let's stop the bickering.
We can't stop wasting time.
Sir, it's your turn.
All right, well, I've had a peculiar feeling about this case all along. Somehow I felt that the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. There were too many questions left unasked.
While it doesn't change my opinion on the guilt of the boy, I agree with you, the defense counsel was bad.
So,
Well, this is a point.
what about facts?
So many questions were never answered.
What about the questions that were answered? For instance, let's talk about that cute little switchblade. You know, the one that fine, upright kid admitted by?
All right, let's talk about it. In fact, let's get it in here to look at it again. I'd like to see it, Ms. Foreman.
We all know what it looks like. Why don't you have to look at it again? What do you think?
His rights to exhibits and evidence.
Okay with me.
The knife is a pretty important piece of evidence, don't you agree? So let's get the sequence of events right as they pertain to the switchblade. Who wants to start?
Well, I mean, he admits to going out of his house at 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punched.
Or punched. He went to the neighborhood shop where he purchased the switchblade. The storekeeper was arrested the following day after admitting to selling it to the boy.
I think everyone agrees it's an unusual knife. Pretty hard to forget something like that.
The storekeeper said it was the only one of its kind he had in stock. Why did the boy get it?
Oh, hold on a minute. I got it right here. Bought it for a friend of his, he says.
Right.
Right so far.
Right?
You bet she's right. But listen to this one. She knows what she's talking about.
Next, the boy claimed that on his way home, the knife must have fallen through a hole in his coat pocket. Now, there's a story. I think we all know what happened. The boy brought the switchblade home. A couple hours later, stabbed his father with it, and even remembered to wipe it clean of fingerprints. Everyone connected to the case identified this knife. Now, are you saying that someone else picked this knife up off the ground, went to the apartment, and killed the kid's father just to be amusing?
I'm saying it's possible that the boy lost the knife and that the father was stabbed by someone with a similar knife. It's possible.
Take a look at this knife. It's a pretty strange knife. I've never seen one like it before in my life, and neither has the storekeeper who sold it to the kid. Aren't you trying to ask us to accept a pretty incredible incident?
I'm not asking anyone to accept it. I'm saying it's possible.
I'm saying it's not possible.
Whoa, wait! How'd you even get that in here?
What is this? How do we even get that in there? This is security.
Quiet! Everyone, quiet! Look at it. It's the same knife. Where did you get it?
I bought it in a junk shop around the corner of the kid's house. It cost $20.
No, now you listen to me.
I'm listening.
You pull a real smart trick here, but you proved absolutely zero. Maybe there are 10 knives like that. So what?
Maybe there are.
Oh, the boy lied and you know it.
And maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he did lose the knife. And maybe he did go to the movies. Maybe the reason the cashier doesn't remember him is because he snuck in and he was too ashamed to admit to it. Did anyone here not sneak into the movies once or twice when they were young?
I didn't.
Really? Not even once?
They didn't have movies.
Maybe he went to the movies, maybe he didn't. And he may have lied. Do you think he lied?
Oh, that's a stupid question. Sure he lied.
Do you?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. He lied.
Do you think he lied?
I don't know.
All right, hold on a second. What are you, the kid's lawyer? In case you forgot, there's still 11 of us in this room that think he's guilty. You're alone. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to accomplish. But if you're going to be stubborn and hang this jury, he's just going to be tried again. He'll be found guilty that time, sure as the day he was born.
You're probably right.
All right. So what are you going to do about it? You You gonna keep us here all day and all night?
It's only one night. A man might die.
Come on.
Oh, yes, that's true.
All right, I think we should get on with it now.
All right, let's get going
How do you
here.
like this guy?
What do you say? You're the one holding up the show.
Obviously, you don't think the boy is guilty.
I have a doubt in my mind.
Well, you haven't presented us with anything to help us understand your doubt. There's the old man downstairs. He heard it. He heard the boy shriek it out.
The woman across the L tracks, she saw it.
We know he bought a switchblade that night. We don't really know where he was. What, at the movies?
And earlier that night, the boy and his father did have a fight.
He's been a violent kid all the way. And while that doesn't prove anything,
Still, you know?
All right,
Come on.
I have a proposition to make. I'd like to call for a vote. I want you 11 to vote by secret ballot. I'll abstain. There's still 11 votes for guilty, then I won't stand alone, and we can take in a guilty verdict right now.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. That sounds fair. Is everyone agreed?
I certainly am.
Let's roll it.
Perhaps this is best.
We have one that abstained. Guilty? 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 Guilty?
That's 6.
Please. 6, guilty. Guilty? 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 Not guilty.
How do you like that?
Guilty.
All right, who was it? I think we have a right to know.
Who did it? What idiot changed their vote?
Hey, is that any way to talk about a man's life?
Whose life you talking about? The life of a dead man or the life of a murderer?
Seriously, I want to know, who?
So do I.
Excuse me, this is a secret ballot.
Nobody looked, but now I want to know.
A secret ballot. We all agreed on this point, no? If the person wants it to remain secret,
What are you talking about? There are no secrets in here. I know who it was. What is the matter with you? You come in here and you vote guilty, and then this slick preacher starts to tear your heart out about a poor little kid who couldn't help becoming a murderer. So you change your vote. If that isn't the most sickening
Now
thing
hold
I've ever
it.
heard.
I agree with you, the boy's guilty, but let's be fair.
Hold it. Be fair. That's just what I'm talking about. We're trying to put a guilty man into the chair where he belongs, and all of a sudden we're paying attention to fairy tales.
Just a minute.
Now you listen to me.
Now, let's keep this organized, please.
It's not organized, but let's try to be civilized.
I'd like to say something. I've always thought it's a person's right to have unpopular opinions in something. It's the reason why I came here. I wanted the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Normally I would, but in this case I actually agree with you. But the point that I'm trying to make is that in my own country I'm ashamed to say.
Oh, now what do we have to listen to? The whole history of your country?
It is always wise to bear in mind what has happened in other countries where people aren't allowed to disagree, but we are, so let's stick to the subject.
All right, yeah, let's get to the subject. I want to know, what made you change your vote?
I want to know too. You haven't told us yet.
Why do you think I changed my vote?
Because I do. Now get on with it.
She has nothing to tell you. She didn't change her vote. I did.
I was going to tell you that you were so sure of yourselves.
Sorry. Okay, now perhaps you'd like to know why. Let me tell you why. That kid's a woman talk. This gentleman chose not to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even when you believe very strongly about something. He gambled for our support and left the verdict up to us. I gave him that support. I want to hear more. The vote is 12-2.
That's fine. Now, if the speech is over,
If there was anything in the kid's favor, I would vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. They're grasping at straws.
As guilty as they get. That's the kid, I suppose.
It's the one juror that's holding out. He'll come around. He has to. Fundamentally, he is a very reasonable man.
Guess so.
They haven't come up with one fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know?
It is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is reasonable doubt? You've got to have law and order. You've got to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, everyone will start knifing people.
Not much doubt here.
Two jurors say so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
Well, you do hear stories sometimes about innocent men who have gone to jail, or death sometimes, and then years later, things turn up.
On the other hand, there are guilty men who get off and then go and do it again. They get out on some technicality and kill again.
Look, now that we've kind of cooled off, I got a little excited over there. Didn't mean to get nasty, nothing personal.
Okay.
Hey. Let me ask you this. If the kid didn't kill his old man, who did?
As far as I'm aware, we're to determine whether or not the boy on trial is guilty. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives.
Yeah. All right, smart guy. Let me put it this way then. Who else had a motive?
Well, the father was along in years, maybe had an old grudge.
Guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That's an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain to us what your reasonable doubts are.
Look, this isn't easy for me. So far, it's just a feeling I have, a feeling. Perhaps you don't understand.
No, I don't.
a feeling. What are we supposed to do? Spend the night talking about your feelings? What about the facts?
Said a mouthful. Look, the old man heard the kid yell, "I'm gonna kill you." He heard the body falling, and then he saw the kid running out of the house 15 seconds after that.
Where's the reasonable doubt in that?
Yeah, like the woman across the street, she looked into the open window and she saw the killing happen. She saw it.
Now, that's not enough for you.
It's not enough for me.
What is enough for you? I would like to know.
This guy, huh? He's like talking to a cell phone with no bars.
So, the woman who did see the murders through the passing L train, the train had 5 cars and she saw the killing through the last 2 cars. She remembered the most insignificant details.
What do you got to say about that?
I don't know. It doesn't seem right.
Well, supposing you think about it. Let me your pencil.
Sure.
Let's play some tic-tac-toe. Let's go, that's the time.
Center square.
No, that's not.
No, come on. You
This is a man's life.
I think you are.
All right. Calm down a little bit.
I've got a good mind to walk around this table and belt him one.
Oh.
All right, now please, I don't want any fights in here.
The nerve of it, the absolute nerve.
All right, forget it. It don't mean anything.
How about sitting down?
This is in the game.
Hey, come on.
You hear him?
You were with...
how long does it take an elevated train traveling at top speed to pass a given point?
What does that have to do with anything?
How long would it take? Guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Neither would I.
I don't think they mentioned it.
How long do you think it would take?
About 10 or 12 seconds, maybe.
I'd say that was a pretty good guess. Anyone else?
I would think about 10 seconds perhaps.
About 10 seconds, yes.
All right, 10 seconds, we're all agreed. Now, what are you getting at?
All right, it takes an elevated train 10 seconds to pass a given point. Now, that point is the window of the room in which the killing took place. You could almost reach out that window and touch the Alex that went by, right?
That's right, I tried.
Now, let me ask you this. Who here has ever lived near the L tracks?
I live close to them.
They make a lot of noise, don't they? I've lived next to the L tracks. When the train goes by, your windows are open, the noise is almost unbearable. You can hardly hear yourself think.
Okay, you can hardly hear yourself think. Get to the point.
Well, the old man downstairs says that he heard the boy say,
He
I'm
didn't
going to
say
kill...
it. He screamed it.
He heard the boy scream, I'm going to kill you. And then 1 second later, he heard the body fall. 1 second, that's the testimony, right?
Right.
The woman across the way says that she looked through the windows of the last 2 cars and saw the body fall, right?
Right.
So?
The last 2 cars. The last 2 cars.
What are you giving us here?
Takes an elevated train 10 seconds to pass a given point, or 2 seconds per car. That means that that train had been going by the old man's window for 6 seconds, and maybe more, before the body fell, according to the woman. That means the man would have to hear the voice say, I'm going to kill you, with the L roaring past his nose. It's not possible he could have heard.
What do you mean? Sure, he could have heard it.
With an L train going by?
He said the boy yelled it out.
L trains make a lot of noise.
It's enough for me.
It's enough for me too.
I don't think he could have heard it.
Maybe the old man didn't hear it. I mean, with the
What are you talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
Something doesn't fit.
Well, it stands to reason.
You're crazy. Why would he lie? What's he got to gain?
Attention, maybe.
Oh, you keep coming up with these bright sayings. Why don't you send one into a newspaper?
What has that got to do with a man's life? Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard.
It's just that I looked at him for a really, really long time. He had a rip in the seam of his jacket. Did you notice it? An old man with a torn jacket. And he had 2 canes. I think I know him better than anybody here. This is a quiet, frightened, insignificant individual who has been nothing their whole life. Nobody's ever recognized them. They never had their name in the newspaper. Nobody knows them after 75 years. This is a really sad thing. This person would want to be recognized. He would want to be listened to and questioned and quoted just once. This would be really important.
And you're trying to tell us that the man lied about something like this under oath just so he could feel important?
Well, he didn't really lie. He convinced himself that he was telling the truth.
Well, that's the most fantastic story I've ever heard. How can you be making a thing like that?
I'm not making it up.
You must be making it up. You don't lie about things like that.
He didn't really lie. He told himself that he heard those voices and saw the boy's face.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
What?
I am that same person.
much.
She's a liar, she just said so.
She did not say she was a liar. She was explaining.
Did you think you were a liar?
She was explaining the circumstances around which the old man might have lied so that we could understood. There's a difference.
Liar's a liar, and that's all there is to it.
Please, have some compassion.
Please, we have our job and our duty here. I think they've covered it.
I hope we have.
Is there anything else? Cough drop?
Oh, no, thank you.
Anybody with a cough drop? All right, come on, let's get on with it now.
I'll take it. Thank you. There's another point I'd like to make here. I think we've established that the old man could have heard the boy say, I'm going to kill you.
Well, I disagree.
Let's hear him through anyway.
But supposing he really did hear him say it, this phrase, I'm going to kill you. How many times has each of you said it in your daily lives? Probably hundreds. If you do that one more time, Junior, I am going to kill you, or come on, Rocky, murder him. We say it all the time. It doesn't actually mean we're going to kill someone.
Don't the circumstances alter that somewhat?
The old man was murdered.
One thing more, the phrase was, I'm going to kill you, and the kid yelled it at the top of his lungs.
That is the way I understood it.
Now, don't tell me he didn't mean it. Anybody says a thing like that the way he says it, they mean it.
And how they mean it.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you really think the boy would just yell out something like that for the whole neighborhood to hear? I don't. It's much too bright for that.
Bright? He's a common ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English. The boy is clever enough.
Said it right.
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
What?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, then we're about 9-3 in favor of guilty.
I'd like to know why you changed your vote.
I think there's a doubt.
Where? What's the doubt?
There's a 9.
Come on.
He talked you into believing a fairy tale.
Go on, give us the reasons.
The old man, too. Maybe he didn't lie, but then just maybe he did. Maybe the old man doesn't like the kid.
That's the end of that.
I believe there's a reasonable doubt.
Based on what? Stories that this guy makes up. He should write for HarperCollins. He'd make a fortune. The kid had a lawyer. Why didn't his lawyer bring all this stuff up?
Lawyers can't think of everything.
Ah, brother. You keep pulling stories out of thin air. So let me get this straight. Now we're supposed to believe that the old man didn't get out of bed, run across his apartment to the door, open it up, and see the kid huffing it down the stairs 15 seconds after the murder.
That is the testimony, I believe.
Yeah, and he swore to this. He swore to this only so he could be important.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Ran, walked, what's the difference? He got there.
I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could run.
He said he went. He went from the bedroom door down the hall. Isn't that enough?
Where was the bedroom again?
Down the hall somewhere.
Down the hall? Are we to send the boy off to die because it's down the hall somewhere?
I thought you remembered everything. Don't you remember that?
No, I don't.
I don't remember either.
I would like to see a diagram of the apartment.
Why don't we just have him rerun the trial for you so you know?
Down the hall!
Get it straight
Down
in
the
your
hall!
head
Do
again.
you know exactly where it is? Please, a life is at stake. Do you know?
I don't know.
This hall.
I heard you.
How come you're the only one in this room that wants to see exhibits all the time?
I want to see this one too.
So do I. I want to stop wasting time.
Are we going to start waiting for all that nonsense about where the body was found?
No, we're going to find out how a man who's had 2 strokes in 3 years and walks with a pair of canes to get to his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
No, he said 15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge that kind of thing.
He said 15. He was very sure about it.
Oh, he's an old man. Half the time he was confused. How can he be sure about it?
I don't know. Maybe you know.
This what you want?
Right, that's it, thank you.
Sure, my job.
You wanted this?
Please.
Do me a favor, would you? Wake me when this is over.
I looked at that diagram for 2 days. Enough is enough.
Some of us are interested. Go ahead.
All right. This is a diagram of the apartment in which the killing took place. Now, the old man's apartment is directly beneath it and in exactly the same. We've got the L tracks, bedroom, another bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom. This main hall, front door, and the stairs. Now, the old man said he was in bed in this room. He got up, went out into the hall, down the hall, opened the front door, all just in time to see the boy racing down the stairs. Am I right?
That's the story.
That's what happened.
Right, 15 seconds after he heard the body fall.
Correct?
So, his bed is near the window. It's 12 feet from the bed to the bedroom door. Now, the length of that hall is 43 feet, 6 inches. So he can get up, grab his canes, get out of bed, walk 12 feet, and open his bedroom door. Walk an additional 43 feet, and open his front door, all in 15 seconds. Do you think this possible?
You know it's possible.
I don't see why not.
He would have been in a hurry. He did hear the scream.
The old man could only walk very slowly. They had to help him into the witness chair.
You make it sound like it's a long walk. It's not. For an old man with 2 canes, it's a long walk.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I want to try this out. I'm going to see how long it took him. I'm going to pace off 12 feet, the length of the bedroom.
You're crazy. You can't recreate a thing like that.
Perhaps if we could see it, it's an important point.
It's a ridiculous waste of time. Let him do it.
I don't see any harm in it. Foolish, but look, go ahead.
All right, so this is the bedroom door. Now, how far do you think it is from here to the corner of the room?
I'd say it was 20 feet.
Yeah, just about.
All right, well, 20 feet's close enough. So from here to the corner of the room and back is about 40 feet. Now, that's less than the space the old man had to move. Would you say that?
A few feet, maybe.
This is insane. What makes you think you can do this?
We can't stop
Yeah,
him.
and do you mind if we try? According to you, this will only take 15 seconds. We can spare that. All right, does anyone have a watch with a second hand?
I have.
All right, great. Well, I want you to stamp your foot when you want me to start. That'll signify the body fall.
We'll time you from there.
All right, and we'll say he keeps his canes right at his bedside.
Right.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm waiting for the hand to get to 60.
Startled awake, shifting to get out of bed, grabs up his canes, and crossing to his bedroom door. To his bedroom door, opens the door, he's going down the hall.
No, speed it up. You walk twice as fast as that.
This is even more quickly than the old man walked in the courtroom.
No, it isn't.
Like, if you want me to go faster, I will.
Speed it up a little.
All right. It's halfway down the hall, almost to the front door. Stop.
Right.
What's the time?
20, 30, 35, 39 seconds exactly.
That can't be.
39 seconds?
Now that's interesting.
Hey now.
What
just
do you
because
think
this
about
guy
that?
isn't your dad.
39 seconds, 39?
And the old man swore on his oath that it was 15 seconds.
He may have been a little bit off on the speed at which the old man moved, but 24 seconds off? Well, now you know. Far be it for me to call anyone a liar, and even allowing for quite a difference in speed between the old man and you. That's still quite a
discrepancy here.
yes.
My guess that the old man was trying to make it to the front door. He heard someone racing down the stairs, and he assumed it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
Assumed? Now listen to me, people. I've seen all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake.
What dishonesty?
Tell him. You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about slum kids and injustice, and you make up these wild stories, and you got some soft-hearted old people listening to you. Well, I'm not. I'm getting real sick of you. What's the matter with you people? This kid is guilty. He's got to burn. We're letting him slip through our fingers.
Our fingers? Are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Perhaps you'd like to pull the switch.
For this kid, you better like to pull the switch.
Oh, I feel sorry for you. What it
No.
must feel like to want to
Don't
pull the
start with
switch.
me.
You're a sadist.
Shut
You
up.
want to see this boy die because it
Shut up.
satisfies you personally, not because of the facts. Bring it down. You disgust me.
Shut up!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Let go! I'll kill him! I'll kill him!
You don't really mean you'll kill me, do you?
Whoa, take it easy, take it easy.
Is there anything wrong? I heard a noise.
Oh.
No, nothing's wrong. You can take the diagram back. We're finished with it.
Trying to kill each other every 5 minutes, but nothing's wrong.
What are you looking at?
I don't see why we have to behave like children here.
Nor do I. We have a responsibility here. It's the remarkable thing about democracy that we are, what is that word? Notified. That we are notified by mail to come down to this place and decide on the guilt or innocence of a man we have not known before. We have nothing to gain or lose by our verdict. It's one of the reasons why we are strong. We should not make it a personal thing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you thank me?
We forget. It's nice to be reminded.
I'm going to be civilized about this.
Well, we're still nowhere.
No, we're somewhere, or we're getting there. Maybe.
Maybe.
So who's got an idea?
I think maybe we should try another vote. Ms. Foreman?
It's all right by me. Anybody doesn't want to vote? Let's vote.
Let's do it.
I want an open ballot. Everybody call out their votes. I want to see who's where.
That sounds fair. Does anybody object? All right, we'll start with our alternate jurors. All those voting guilty, raise your hands. All those voting not guilty? Thank you. All right, I'll call out your jury numbers. I vote guilty.
2, not guilty.
3,
Guilty?
4, 5,
Not guilty.
6,
Not guilty.
7,
Guilty.
8,
Not guilty.
9,
Not guilty.
10,
Guilty.
11,
Not guilty.
12,
Guilty.
6,
I'll tell you something. The crime is being committed right in this room.
The vote is 6 to 6.
I'm ready to walk into court right now and declare a hung jury. There's no point in this going on anymore.
I'd like to know why you changed your vote and what you did and why you did. There are 6 of us here who think we could be turning a murderer loose in the streets. Emotion won't do. Why?
It seemed that the old man did not see the boy run downstairs. It doesn't seem likely that he heard someone scream, "I'm gonna kill you." Open dream. And if the boy did scream, "I'm gonna kill," then we have the authority of this person to prove that it might not mean he's gonna
chances with 12 other jurors.
6 to 6. I don't think we'll ever agree on anything.
It's gotta be unanimous, we're never gonna convince him.
At first, I was alone, but now 5 others agree. There is a doubt.
You can't ever convince me that there's a doubt, because I know there is no doubt.
We're a hung jury. Let's just be honest about it.
You're not going to be a hung jury.
But we are, right now, perfectly even. Let's just take it into the judge.
If there is a reasonable doubt, I don't see it.
There's a reasonable doubt in my mind.
Maybe we should vote.
What do you mean vote?
Not again.
I still want to know. Vote on what?
Are we or aren't we a hung jury?
So wait, we vote yes, we are a hung jury, or no, we are not a hung jury.
It's just what I was thinking of.
We can't even decide on whether or not the window should be open.
Well, then let's make it a majority vote. The majority wins.
So if 7 or more of us vote yes, then we are a hung jury, and we take it to the judge and tell him we're a hung jury?
Right. And if 7 or more of us vote no, then we aren't a hung jury, and we go on discussing.
Doesn't seem right to me.
It's the only solution.
I agree. It's the only way.
Anything to end this.
All right, are we agreed then? All right, we're not going to include our alternate jurors, just the panel. 7 or more votes yes, and we take it into the judge.
Call our votes out.
All right, I vote yes, we are a hung jury. 2,
No.
3,
Yes?
4,
Yes.
5,
No.
6,
No.
7,
Yes.
8,
No.
9,
No.
10,
Yes.
11,
No.
12,
Yes.
No.
6,
We can't even reach a majority vote to decide whether we're a hung jury or not.
I voted with the majority on this, and I didn't feel right about voting this way, and I still don't, not really, so. I'm gonna change my vote, I say no, we're not a hung jury. I believe the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and there's some things I'd like to learn from those who changed their minds.
So we're 7 to 5. We aren't a hung jury. So we go on.
Good, we go on.
Why did you change your vote?
Well, he seems so sure, and he's made a number of good points. Well, she just gets mad and insults everybody.
Does the anger and the insult change the guilt of the boy? He did do it. Are you willing to let a murderer be turned loose because a juror is angry because she thinks a murderer is being turned loose?
That's true.
There is a doubt.
I don't think so. The track is straight in front of the window. Let's take that point. So the L train would have made a low rumbling sound. So the old man could have heard a scream which was high pitched because L's screech when they go around curves. And we have a tenement, and they have thin walls.
Good. Good. That's it.
That's it. What if the old man was wrong about the time it took for him to get to the door, but was right about whom he saw running down the stairs? There were no fingerprints on the knife, and it's summer, so gloves seem unlikely.
Now I want you to listen to this one. She's got the goods.
And could it have taken the murderer a few more seconds to get a handkerchief out and wipe away the fingerprints?
This is a point.
Why don't we time this one to see?
What are we timing?
Yeah, let's be exact, please.
Okay, so I'm saying the old man could be wrong about the time it took to get to the door, but he could have been right about who he saw running down the stairs. The murderer could have taken 39 seconds to commit the murder, wipe the fingerprints, and get down to the place where the old man saw him. The boy, that is.
This is right.
Well, we reconstructed the old man getting out of bed and going to the door, and we timed that. Now let's reconstruct the actual crime.
As well as we can reconstruct it.
I mean, I think a killer could burn 30, 40 seconds pretty easily at this point.
Well, let's reconstruct the killing.
Let's do it.
Here.
Why don't you do this stabbing?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
And why don't you be the one who gets stabbed? And remember, you take 1 second to fall.
And the father was found on his side, so you'll fall and you'll roll onto your right side. So, something else to consider. If someone hates someone else enough to kill them, would it make sense that the murderer would look at their victim for a second or two?
Yeah, divorce yourself from your feelings on this particular case. It's just human nature.
Seems reasonable.
Wait a minute, you fell on his side, right side, the father did, but stabbing someone isn't like shooting them, even when it's right in the heart. He would have worked around on the floor, writhing maybe, like,
That's possible. He could have had enough oxygen in his system to sustain him for a couple of seconds.
Wouldn't the father have cried out?
Yeah, maybe the kid held his mouth.
That also seems possible.
Something else we need to consider. If someone is clear enough mentally to wipe fingerprints after murdering someone, could that person also be clear enough mentally to check around the apartment or the room, in this case, for other clues? It would just be a second or two, but I think he would look around.
It's getting better and better.
We are trying to make it clear. One does not discuss quality when murder is involved. Let's do it.
About this on the fingerprints. The boy wiped the fingerprints off the knife, right? Well, what about the doorknobs? If I saw a man coming into my home, a man that hated me, and he was wiping the doorknobs with a handkerchief as he came in, that would give me an uneasy feeling. So the doorknobs had to have been wiped after the killing, and this too would take some time.
You timed the last one. Could you do this one too?
Oh, all right.
And you'll stamp your foot when you want me to start.
I want the hand to be at 60.
Okay.
I'm going to kill you. So I'm looking at him, letting him get. I'm gonna look for a few seconds. Okay? Look around. Clues. Okay. There's the door. You would have wiped both knobs.
Yes.
Okay? Stop.
20, 20, 25. About 29 and a half seconds, I'd say.
And whoever did murder the father, and I think it was the kid, still would have had to go down the hall and down the flight of stairs, at least one flight of stairs.
You see? You see?
So now both time sequences check. The one that you did before and the one that we all did just now. What with running down the stairs and all, it does pretty much check out on time.
So it is possible that the old man was wrong on the time, but that he still may have seen the kid running down the stairs.
All right. So the old man is lonely and he wants attention. You're probably right. But, I mean, he still feels like the rest of us, right? I mean, there's a life at stake.
The story of the old man may well have been true.
Except for the fact that he absolutely swore under oath that it was only 15 seconds.
And we all seem to agree that it's 25 to 40 seconds more.
You're now admitting that he lied in one instance and told the truth in another? But I agree that this tends to confirm the story of the old man, but in part he's now a proven liar, and this by your own admission.
That may be true that the old man lies in part, but I think I will change my vote once more. Guilty.
What about you? What do you think now?
I don't know what I think. I want to talk some more. At first I thought guilty, but then I changed, and now I'm sort of swinging back to guilty.
What about you?
You know, I'm now in real doubt. Real doubt.
I say guilty. I was right the first time.
Yes.
Now we're
all stumbled on the steps.
The police were using big bulbs, and one of them had a flashlight, remember?
An old man who misjudges the time by 20 seconds. On this, we all agree. This same old man gets to the door, sees a man, and positively identifies him as he runs down this hall?
He was 100% wrong about the time. It took twice as long as he thought.
So then could he not have been 100% wrong about who he saw? That's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. You're pulling that up out of thin air.
We're a hung jury. Let's just be honest about it.
Do you honestly still believe there's no room for reasonable doubt?
Yeah, I do.
I beg your pardon, but I don't think you understand the term reasonable doubt.
Oh, wow.
Who do you think you are talking to me like that? You come running here from wherever the hell you're from, and before you can even talk normal like us, you're correcting people's grammar, you're telling me what I know and don't know? The arrogance of you.
No one is asking where anyone came from,
I was born right here.
or where your parents came from.
And maybe we ought to listen to people who come running here. They may have learned something that we don't know. We're not so perfect.
Please, I'm used to this. It's all right, but thank you.
It's not all right.
All right. Fine. I apologize. Is that what you want?
That's what I want.
All right, we can stop arguing now. Who has something constructive to say?
Well, something's been bothering me a little while. This whole business about the stab wound and how it was made, the downward angle of it,
Don't
you
tell
know?
me we're gonna go start with that. They went over it and over it in court.
Well, I know they did, but I don't go along with it. The boy, he's 5 feet 8 inches tall. His father was 6 feet 2 inches tall. That's a difference of 6 inches. It's a very awkward thing to stab down into the chest of someone who's half a foot taller than you are.
Look, you're not gonna be satisfied until you see it again. I'm gonna give a demonstration. Somebody get up.
We can do it.
Come on.
All right. Now pay attention. I don't want to have to do this again. Is this 6 inches?
It's more than 6.
All right, let it be more.
That's not funny.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, come on. Nobody's hurt, are they?
No, nobody's hurt.
Take a look at the angle. Down and in. That's how I'd stab a taller man in the chest, and that's how it was done. Take a look at it. Tell me I'm wrong.
Down and in. I guess there's no argument.
You ever stab anybody?
Of course not.
Did you?
All right, let's not be silly.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Well, where do you get all your information about how it's done?
What are you talking about? It's just common sense.
Have you ever seen a knife fight?
No?
Well, let me ask you this. The boy was an experienced knife fighter. He was sent to reform school for knifing someone. Isn't that so?
That's right.
All right, well, look at this. Doesn't that look like an awkward way to handle a knife?
What are you asking me for?
Wait a minute. What's the matter with me? Give me that knife.
Have you ever seen a knife fight?
Yes, I have.
In the movies.
In my backyard, on my stoop, with a vacant lot across the street. Too many of them. Switchblades came with the neighborhood where I live. It's funny that I didn't think of it before. I suppose we might forget those things. Anyone who's ever used a switchblade would never stab downward. You don't handle a switchblade that way. You use it underhanded.
So he couldn't have made the kind of wound that killed his father.
I suppose it's conceivable he could have made the wound, but it's not likely, not if he had any experience with switchblades. And we know he
a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
What do you think?
I don't know, it's tough to.
What about you?
Me? I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm tired of this whole thing. We're not getting anywhere. I think we should just pack it in and go home.
All right. Before we decide anything, I would like to try to pull this all together.
This should be good.
You're right. Let him go ahead. Do you want me to time just
Let's hear him out.
I'm used to the big shots pulling things together. I'm in advertising. Oh, let's chip up a few shots and see if any of them land on the green.
Of course. I want you all to think about this logically and consistently.
We have guilty.
Yeah. I want to know, is the kid smart or is he dumb?
What do you mean?
All right. The kid is an experienced knife fighter. The night of the murder, he goes out and buys a knife, a switchblade. Now, it would then take a very stupid person to go and murder someone, his own father, with an instrument that everyone associates with the kid.
I quite agree. He's dumb.
However, if he were dumb, why does he make the kind of wound that only an inexperienced person would make with a knife?
I'm not sure I understand.
To murder someone must take great emotion, great hatred. And in that moment, he would do it as well as he could. And a trained knife fighter would do it as had been trained, underhand. A man who had not been trained would go overhand. But the kid is very smart. Everyone knows he's an experienced knife fighter. So he's smart enough that in that moment, he makes the kind of wound that only an amateur would make. Now, this is a smart kid. Smart enough to wipe away fingerprints. Perhaps smart enough to do the killing as an L train goes by to cover the noise. Now, is this kid smart? Or is he dumb?
Hey now, wait a minute. The woman crossed the tracks, saw the murder, saw him commit murder as the L train went by. So, isn't it possible that somebody on the L train could have seen the murder too?
A possibility, but no one that we know of.
Right, but it would take a really dumb person to commit the murder while an L train was going by so someone could see it.
A dumb man. A very stupid man. A man swept by emotion. He probably heard nothing. He probably didn't even hear the train coming. And whoever did kill the father did so as well as they could.
So,
The kid is dumb enough to do everything to associate himself with a switchblade murder. But a moment after the murder, he becomes smart. He's smart enough to make the kind of wound that would lead us to suspect someone else. But then he's dumb enough to do the killing as an L train goes by. And in that same moment, smart enough to wipe fingerprints away? To make this kid guilty, you have to say that he's dumb from 8 o'clock until about midnight. At midnight, he's smart for 1 second, dumb for a few seconds, smart again, and then once again he becomes stupid. So stupid that he doesn't even think of a good alibi? Now, is this kid smart, or is he dumb? Because to say he's guilty, you have to toss his intelligence like a pancake. It's doubt. Doubt. Doubt.
I hadn't thought of that.
And the old man downstairs, on the stand, he swore it was 15 seconds. He insisted on 15 seconds. And we all agree that it must have been almost 40.
So, does the old man lie half of the time and tell the truth half of the time?
For the boy to be guilty, he must be smart, then stupid, then smart, then stupid, and so on. And also, For the boy to be guilty, the old man must be a liar half of the time. And the other half of the time, he must tell the truth. You can reasonably doubt.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I think I'm so unreasonable doubt.
I think I am too.
I wanted more talking now we had it.
I want another vote.
Another vote is called for. I guess the quickest way is just by a show of hands. Does anybody object? All right. All those voting not guilty, including our alternate jurors, raise your hands.
Oh, God.
9. Those voting guilty? 3. The vote is 9-3 from the panel in favor of acquittal.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And I'll tell you something. They don't need any real big reason to kill someone. I mean, you know, they get drunk and bang! Someone's lying in the gutter. No, nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you all going? Look, these people are always drinking and fighting, and if someone gets killed, so someone gets killed. They don't care. Well, look, there's some good things about them too, I guess. Look, I'm the first one to say that. But I mean, I've known some of them who are pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. Oh, what is going on here? Look, I'm trying to say my piece, and you... Listen to me. They're no good. There's not a one of them who's any good. We have to watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial. Well, don't you know about them? Listen to me. Oh, what are you doing? I'm just trying to...
I've had enough! You say one more word, I'm gonna scratch your eyes out.
I'm just trying to... No! No!
Everybody sit down, please. I still think the boy is guilty, and I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning piece of evidence came from the woman across the street who claims she saw the murder committed.
That's right, as far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right, well, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I think I can recount it accurately. She said she went to bed at about 11 o'clock. Her bed was next to the window, and she could look out of the window and see into the apartment across the L tracks while lying down. She tossed and turned for about an hour, unable to sleep. Then, at around 12:10, she rolled over and could see through the windows of the passing L train, and she saw the boy stab his father. To me, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Given this, I don't see how we can vote for acquittal. What do you think?
Maybe. There's still so much evidence to sift.
What do you mean, maybe? She's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That was my feeling. I don't doubt the validity of everything he has said. On one side of the tracks, there is doubt, but on the other side, there is the testimony of the woman. She saw it.
Can you believe my watch stopped working? What time is it?
Oh, it's about 10 to 4.
You don't suppose they'd let us go home and finish this in the morning, do you? I have a sick kid at home.
Not a chance.
Can't you see the clock without your glasses?
Not clearly.
Oh.
Glasses are a nuisance, aren't they?
Do you wear your glasses to bed?
Of course not. Who wears eyeglasses to bed?
The woman who testified that she saw the killing, she wears glasses. What about her?
Did she wear glasses?
Of course. She wore bifocals. I remember quite clearly. They looked very strong. Yes, bifocals. She never took them off.
I didn't notice.
I think it's logical to assume that she doesn't wear her glasses to bed and that she wouldn't put them on to casually glance out the window. She testified that the killing took place the moment she looked out and the lights went out a split second later, so she wouldn't have had time to put them on. Now, she may really believe that she saw the boy stab his father. I say she only saw a blur.
How do you know what she saw? Maybe she's farsighted. How does he know these things?
Does anyone still not believe there is a reasonable doubt?
I will always wonder, but there is a reasonable doubt.
Anyone else?
No, I'm convinced. There is a reasonable doubt.
You're alone.
There's 11 votes not guilty. 1 guilty.
I don't care whether I'm alone or not. I have a right.
Yes, you have a right.
I think the kid's guilty. What else do you want?
Your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
We're not convinced. We want to hear them again, and we have the time.
What's the matter with you? You're the one. You had all the arguments. Just, you can't turn now. Stay with me. A guilty man. He's going to be walking the streets. A murderer. He's got to die. Stay with me.
I'm sorry, I'm convinced. I don't think I'm wrong often, but I guess I was this time. There is a reasonable doubt in my mind.
We're waiting.
You're not going to intimidate me. I'm entitled to my opinion. It's going to be a hung jury. That's it.
Well, I guess there's nothing we can do about that except to hope some night, why, in a few months, you might get some sleep.
We're all alone.
It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone.
If it is a hung jury, there will be another trial, and some of us will point these things out to the various lawyers.
All right. All right. There's doubt.
They're waiting. Not guilty.
Not guilty.